there is a concept of grace in Islam. Now, it's different from the one in Christianity, but let me give you an example of the doctrine of grace in Islam. In Islam, Muslims believe that their salvation is based on their good deeds versus their bad deeds. And if you do more bad deeds than good, you'll go to hell. If you do more good deeds than bad, you'll go to heaven. But Allah is gracious in Islam in that He can overlook some of your bad deeds, and He has the ability to multiply your good deeds if He wants. The Christian concept of grace is different. And there's many, by the way, different views within Christianity, but the one that I espouse is that God is absolutely merciful and absolutely just. So He demands that every single sin be paid for. If He didn't, He wouldn't be just. But He also demands mercy for everyone. Otherwise, He wouldn't be absolutely merciful. And so, in order to reconcile these two things in Christianity, God does demand payment for every sin, but He signs for that sin Himself. He takes that sin upon Himself on the cross.
Yeah, and Muslims believe in Jesus. They just have a view of Jesus that He was a human, that He was a prophet. And this is what I told her. I said, look, Betsy, as a Muslim, I believe that Jesus was virgin born. I believe He's the Messiah. I believe that He is going to come back at the end of times. I believe that He's able to do miracles like cleanse the lepers and raise the dead and heal the blind. And she had no idea that Muslims believed this. So I said for her, but I also know that He's not God. And she said, no, Nabil, that's the most important part. Jesus is God.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what do you do with this Bible verse where Jesus says that He doesn't know when the end of times is? What do you do with this verse where Jesus says that it says that Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature, or that the Father is greater than He is? And with these basic questions, I was able to topple her confidence. And this is what it meant to be a confident Muslim in the context of Christians who hadn't really understood the basis of their faith.
As a Muslim, I believe that the Bible had been corrupted. All right, the New Testament's corrupt, the Old Testament corrupt, it's all corrupt. The only thing Allah has guarded is the discernment. According to Surah 15, verse 9, Allah has guarded the Quran. This one has been unchanged. It's perfect. Once again, when we study the early Islamic sources, we find that to be false.